Okay, I am finally listening to Ryan Hall today, particularly his EP from 2024, I've Never Felt Loved Quite Like. I can never remember the name of this EP for some reason. I do like that title though. I found Ryan Hall maybe 5 or 6 years ago through, if I remember correctly, I was on the Breakins subreddit and Ryan posted a video of him playing a cover of like Ginger Tea. And I looked into his music, got into a couple songs, and I've been listening to him ever since. The guy is a prime example of someone whose music I didn't necessarily love so much years ago. But this guy, every song he releases, every project he comes out with, he gets better and better and better, and he keeps recreating himself and building his skills. His guitar ability is incredible. His vocals have gotten way better. His production has gotten way better. I'm just constantly blown away and impressed by this guy's ability to evolve. So I have to say, the reason I'm listening to this project first of his is because this, in my opinion, is his best project. It's the culmination of all of his hard work. And it's like a year and a half old, almost 2 years old now or something like that. And I like the music he's releasing now too, but something about this project just connects with me in a certain way. Like, it's perfect. I almost wouldn't change a single thing about it. So I'm really stoked to just hang out, listen to it, and talk about what I like so much about it. So with no further ado, let's jump right into it. This is In/Out. Very pretty acoustic guitar to kick it off. A little bit of denoising. I love the finger plucked guitar and the denoising modulation. Very atmospheric, lots of verb, beautiful harmonics, and this vocalizing. Super pretty vocals. The noodling guitar, the chops. Cool synthesizer choices. And that sample. Nice white noise. Eden sample. Big like white noise cymbals or something like that. And bass. Really subby bass, nice layering of instruments. He does a really good job of evolving this track and starting with that guitar, layering on the vocalization, this big reverb, this sort of broken, choppy synthesizer, and then he layers in the bass, he layers in this white noise and these big like cymbal sounding high frequencies. Just great typical layering of sounds to progress a track. It's a really nice intro track. Just takes it all away. Right back to that guitar. And he's singing in unison with the guitar riff. His guitar playing is just so sick. I love that it's a singable riff too. It's a bird, ambiance, atmosphere. And then the note just bends down. I love, and it's not super singable because those are some crazy runs that he's actually doing to sing in unison with the guitar riff. But singable riffs are so important. That's what makes them memorable. It's just a pretty guitar riff. It's really nicely performed and nicely written. And I love the layering atmospheric, verby vocalizations and synths and all of it. It's just such a nice way to ease into this project. I'm a big fan of intro tracks, and this is one of my favorites. So nice work. It's really, really nicely made. Next track is Or Something. He just jumps right into it. Nice vocal layers. Once again, a great guitar riff. This one has a lot of momentum and speed to it. The drums are really supporting that guitar plucking riff. And then his choice to have that center dry vocal, and then at the end of every phrase to layer in like doubled vocals in the left and the right ear. It's just satisfying production. Cool synths.
Maybe I say the same thing every time, but I can't erase you from my mind.
The pocket is just crazy. He has this really dirty, distorted, buzzy synth, and then he's got this stuttery, tremolo type synthesizers going whoop, 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 whoop. It's crazy sound, and then this like screech to finish the phrase off. It's just such a nice pocket he's created with these sound choices. Nice vocal melody too. I love how big this chorus feels. Awesome vocal run. That little pause and then the big hit mid-chorus. Just that ability to have a little bit of restraint and then to just bring it back in. It's little things like that make it good. I really love this chorus melodically. Great melodies in this song. Just guitar and vocal. And now he breaks it down. Bruh. Insane drums. He gets this really distorted fuzzy bass for the section of the song. You pretty much lose the ambient synthesizers and all of that, so you get this dry, heavy breakdown. And then this insane modulation with the automation of his like the reverb on his vocal that just comes in and out. It lasts for a moment and then cuts off abruptly. Breakins does that a lot. And he uses denoising a lot in this project, where he'll degrade the sound to make it sound like it was recorded on a MacBook speaker or something like that. But it's constantly like undulating. It's always changing. So it keeps everything really fresh. And there's always something interesting to catch or some shift happening in the music, in the production. Particularly, it's great producing. That big verb. Bridge. Oh, sick. Great bridge. And he has this like flanger effect on his voice or something. That little pause before the chorus, super break-in-y, catch your attention for a moment before he breaks into that memorable melody. This vocal run. Lead synth solo. That vocal run midway through the chorus is just absurd. It's catchy and impressive at the same time. Nice way to strip it all back. And he stretches out that guitar note and denoises everything, so it just dissolves. Man, it's just that production style that scratches that itch in your brain, just like Breakins does. Man, it's just so much fun to listen to. It's nicely structured. There are memorable melodies. This is maybe my favorite track on the project. There's so much energy. Love listening to this song when I work out. Yeah, really attention grabbing. It's fun, man. Next song is going to be Glad to Be Here. And now that I think about it, this song is also a contender for my favorite on the project. There's a lot of great music on here, man. The most memorable guitar riff on the project by far. It's those like little things that little like check, like to kick the song off with his vocal. Those things add so much character. It's just fun, just like the riffing vocals, and you can tell he has so much comfortability now with expressing himself artistically in a way that you just don't when you start making music. Yeah. Just from hearing where he started, like he's come into his own so much as an artist. And like that's a little sort of silly, ridiculous thing to attribute to an artist coming into their own. But it's those little things and that comfortability to be able to experiment and do silly little things like that it just adds a unique flavor to the music that I really enjoy. Nice acoustic drum kit. Pretty strumming guitar. Subtle harmony vocals are nice there. Very shiny synthesizer in the background. This one's really chill. Once again, that little pre-chorus pause just does so much for the flow of the song. You get that little like whoop, 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 that little just like denoise synthesizer sound there to fill that empty space too. Something about that groove is nice. We just get this super pretty chorus, this awesome bubbly like slide synthesizer, memorable melody, awesome delays on the vocal. Filthy moment to just strip all the instruments away and give you this heavily this vocal that has this heavy effect on it, a flanger, phaser, or something like that. It's got great flow as a song with the structure of it. I love this synthesizer he uses in the chorus. It reminds me of Owl City so much. I don't know if it's just Fireflies or what, that's their famous song, right? I don't know that I know much of their other music, but this song in general, it just evokes that very specific, dreamy, optimistic vibe. That bass there, the descending bass line. Now he's layered in with the guitar and the dry kit and his vocal, this crazy choppy synthesizer that's happening here. It's so strange, man. I don't know that I've ever really paid much mind to it. It's not particularly melodic. It's very odd, but it fills in the song in a nice way. Left to say, but everything's been said. 'Cause after all, I tried so hard not to fall, but here more pretty harmony vocals.
Way at the bottom. And I'm just glad to be here. You ask, can I be clear?
This chorus is super shiny and pretty, nicely sung. The image, the song cover is this blue sky with these puffy white clouds, and this chorus sounds like that image.
You ask, can I be clear? All my friends say you're bad news.
I love the delay he uses on his vocal through this chorus. Dude, crazy drum fill. That drum fill is essential to prepare you for this extended chorus. Otherwise, it'd get kind of boring. But just to break it up with that do crazy drum fill, dude. It's got this little zipper sounds too that's like doom ba doom ba doo zoop, like, dude. It's just such a nice pairing of instruments. It reminds me of Jeremy Zucker too. The way that Jeremy Zucker takes these 7 different crazy modulated sounds, puts them all together to create this flow where there's never a dull moment and it's constantly leading you somewhere. It's a nice repeated melody. Get a little break. Guitar riff. Just that killer guitar riff. Really pretty Midwest emo-y open chords. Pairs really well. This acoustic guitar with this acoustic drum kit. Crazy reverb vocal delays. There's that synth. Sounds like he layers in some sort of distorted electric guitar that's has a lot of reverb on it in with the acoustic guitar in the chorus, and that really fills out the song nicely too. It's hard to tell. It's very quiet, whatever it is. This is a nice end of the song with this repeating melody. You get this really nice, crazy, like you're a DJ scratching the whatever that's called. You know what I'm talking about. Scratching the record, and then you can hear him speaking. There's some sort of sample in the background. Just a little bit of ambiance. Like you're in the studio with him. I always like those little intimate moments in music. Next song is Secret. This one is super 80s with the guitars. Again, more acoustic drums. Lend really well to his style. Nice layered vocals there. The way that he develops the melody throughout this verse, it's like that. Da-da-na, and then it changes to da-na, like that little development, and then it continues. It's just nice melody writing. His voice is also more to pair with the 80s sort of guitars here. Takes a little more of a backseat in the mix. There's more reverb on it than in the other tracks.
'Cause I want you to feel what I'm feeling. If you love me, say you mean
nice. The song is staying in the same steady vibe, but the melody's changing. Just really pretty vocal melody. Again, he gives us that little break and that little pause.
Sipping on a potion.
The song is super simple. Sonically, everything just plays together so well with the electric guitars and his voice and this drum kit. I mean, those are the bones of the song. It doesn't get much more complicated than that, but it sounds really nice. It has this nice atmosphere. It doesn't sound empty at all. This layered vocals. Some sort of crazy distorted sound in the background here. That might be distorted electric guitar. I don't know. It's an odd rhythm too. Such a filthy electric guitar riff. Just the way that it's played. It's very, there's so much emotion in the way he plays the riff. It's not this straight plucking where it's all the same volume. Like there's dynamic in the way that he plucks it, which is a small detail, but there's so much feel in the way that he plays it. If you love me, say you mean it. If you love me, say you mean it. Like that. Yeah, dude, it reminds me of when I was in jazz band, we learned about ghost notes, which are those really quiet notes that when played, you know, if you juxtapose a really quiet note to a really loud note, makes the loud note feel more intense, but also that moment of silence, that ghost note or the more silent note, that empty space creates all of the groove of the song. And that's what he's doing with this riff. It's like he has these really soft ghost notes. He has this like dun 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 dun, like this back and forth pushing and pulling in the way that he plays the riff. Layered the bass in here. The kid's back. Yeah, that's more clear to hear here. There's a lot of rhyming. This distorted sound here, it's a lot louder in the mix. That crunchy guitar creates a lot of texture. It's this nice little like shaker or something here. First time we've heard piano, I think, in this project. It's very reverby. He's playing a sample over it. Lots of room tone. There's a nice drone synth, sort of, in the left ear. And that stutter. He loves playing with that stuttery tremolo effect on this project. Super pitch shifted up, this sample. The instrument's just...
Not quite, maybe just a little bit before the drums.
I'll see if I can do something silly.
completely go off the rails there. I mean, you could tell they're chatting in the studio at the end of the song. It's like they're hanging out writing a song, and you feel that at the end of the song as the instruments sort of forget what they're doing or where the song is going with the piano and the bass and all that. It's just a much more creative and fun way to end a song than this very straightforward, the song is over, finish, this clean end. Doesn't work for every song, but for this song, I really enjoy that choice. Next song is Symmetry, and I believe this is the last of the project. Yeah, it is. It's not a super long project, but I appreciate that there's no fat in the project at all. There's nothing I would trim. It just gives you banger after banger after banger. Every one of these songs could be a lead single, minus the intro, but the intro is a nice moment to ease you into all of these tracks. I still really think I just love intro tracks. It's just a personal preference. Symmetry is going to give us this crazy, harder rock, sort of pop rock vibe. This is a really good one too. That kick is crazy. Distorted guitars. This is the best moment of restraint. That pause here before he goes into the first verse is my favorite of the project. There's a little confused and tentative little snare hit too. Like the drummer doesn't quite know when to start. There's something I really like about that.
Maybe I'm a wreck. Maybe I'm the reason you don't ever want to text. Maybe I don't text. Maybe I'm just really.
It's a nice groove. You have these 16th notes with the guitar plucking this really nice, simple drum kit. It's great. It's a great groove.
Maybe I don't text. Maybe I'm just really trying to get this off my chest. And I'm a fuck up. He yelled at my face and we're falling out of love. Love it.
He really uses the stopping and starting of the electric guitars in the song to create these big, impactful moments right from the first opening riff. That's what the whole song is built around.
And I'm a fuck up. He yelled at my face and we're falling out of love. Love it when you and all your friends talking shit like I don't hear a single word you say.
Some crazy riffs happening with the guitar there. Very floaty here. So he goes into this nice, the first chorus, he doesn't give you this big chorus. He gives you this very stripped back guitar kit, very verby vocal, that Symmetry chorus. And then he pulls you right back into that super dry second verse. It's a very short first chorus too. Like that's a really fun choice because it leaves the space in the song for him to give you a more full, exciting chorus later on and for it to not feel repetitive. Dreamy. He locks right back into that groove. Like, bro, what are these guitar riffs? Like, do you hear this? Like, I don't even know. This guy's guitar playing is insane.
I wish I had a nickel for every time you blame me for all your mistakes. Swear to God I try, but I don't think you'll ever change.
He gives that really nice big chorus here. Now, I really like the way that he incorporates those crazy guitar riffs sort of more subtly into the left and the right ear and taking a back seat in the mix because it doesn't distract too much from the main melodies and the poppiness of his music. He could very easily go off the rails into the music for musicians sort of side of things and just give you these crazy distracting riffs and things, but I think it's a nice balance between incorporating very skilled playing in a way that just adds, like if you're really listening and paying attention, it adds so much, but it's not distracting. It's not in the forefront of the song.
say sorry, but you know I am. And we can never go back on the shit we said. What's next? A couple drinks in the back of your Corolla. Forget it in the morning. It's never been the same since we cut it off. What's forever when the memories are running on? Don't last long.
Nice. I think, is this the bridge technically? I'm not sure, but it's a nice groove. They're nice melodies.
What's forever when the memories are running on? Don't last long. Fought too hard, fell so far.
Like that little vocal line. Even that matches the speed of this song and the energy. Like this.
Back of your Corolla, forget it in the morning. It's never been the same since we cut it off. What's forever when the memories are running on? Don't last long. Fought too hard, fell so
It's
far.
nice.
But I'm still.
Strips it all back.
And I'll keep
Denoises everything and then gives you that big chorus again.
so far. But I'm still. And I'll keep waiting on you to walk through the door.
I love the heaviness of this track. These guitars are just so heavy for his music. It's not something you hear often from him. I like him in this setting. That guitar riff is gnarly. He gets so loose with the vocal here too. It's more like a shouting vocal than it is a singing vocal. I mean, it's still melodic, but he really opens up with his voice here. Just the vowel is more open. And that vocal run to finish the line. The drumming is wild. Those fills are crazy. I know he's also a drummer. I don't know if he drummed for this song, but since he is a drummer, I would assume yes. And his drumming style and his guitar playing style they just match. It makes so much sense when I hear the drumming fills that he does. The way that he plays guitar, the crazy runs and riffs, and the way that he sings a little bit. It all sort of is that same vibe. But for this song, it just works so well to have that heavy, crazy, just going ham on the drums fill. Now we're back to this guitar and just his voice. But it's very reverby. Like small room reverb. That guitar note bending fits the vibe so much. And that's it, man. That's the project. This is a really good one. There are so many memorable tracks on this project. And like I said sort of earlier, it just feels like a culmination of everything he was building up to this point. And it's a great balance between great musicianship, great experimental production, and marrying that with melodies that you'll remember that leave me wanting more, wanting to come back to the song over and over. That's why these songs are all in my playlist. They're all in there. I don't think he has another project where every song has remained on my playlist. I have one massive SoundCloud playlist that I've been adding to that stemmed from my interest in break-ins that started in 2020, late 2020, I think. Yeah, that sounds right. Right as Punk 2 dropped. I remember listening through that. And I was trying to get more away from artists like Eden, not because I outgrew Eden's music or anything. Eden was an artist who I listened to his music every day, pretty much from the time I was 14 until 18 years old. So for 4 years straight, it was like nonstop Eden every day. And I grew I was ready for something new. I was ready to explore and branch out with the music that I listened to. And after I found Breakins, who was quite a smaller artist at the time, I realized how much that experimental music has to offer. I got really into it and branched out to all these other small artists who most of their music could only be found on SoundCloud. They weren't streaming everywhere. So I created this massive SoundCloud playlist I've been building out over the years. And if a song no longer connects with me, I will drop it from the playlist. I will be ruthless. And I think it's almost like 10 hours long now or something. There's like 400 songs on it. But those are 400 songs that I've shuffled through for years, and they're still, I don't get tired of them. I don't usually skip them. So that was a long-winded way of saying, I really like this project. All of these songs are still on my playlist, and I don't see them getting dropped anytime soon from it. They're all just still really fun to listen to. So thank you for listening through them with me. I really appreciate you hanging out and taking the time to appreciate Ryan's music. I would love to listen to more Ryan Hall stuff. He has a lot of great music out there. And other artists that make similar music to him too. So I'll be catching you pretty soon, I'm sure. See you in the next one.